In the last video we got to this point where we'd managed to draw a sprite in a window, and let's just quickly look at what did that. So we made a player sprite with these 3 lines from an image that is in the resources folder. We appended that player sprite to our list of players. We're only ever going to have one, but still. And in the onDraw function we made it draw that list. What I want to do now is I want to add some ground for my player to walk on. So I'm going to add some blocks. So maybe here I'm going to create a block, and it's again from that same library as grass, and it's a 0.5 scaling. It's going to be right at the bottom of the screen. It's going to be the same number of pixels in from the left. Self.blocklist.append block. I don't have a block list yet. I should do that. So what I shall do is, rather than retype this whole line and change to block list, I'll paste and change to block list. And of course I will need to render that down here. So self.blocklist.draw, and let's save that. And let's Alt Shift F5 and see, hopefully I've got a player object and a block object. That'd be good. That'd be really nice if there was some physics that applied here to this player so it would fall down, but of course the block not fall down because we want the block to be solid ground. Just going to refer here to this. This is the documentation for the Python Arcade library, and in the API simple physics engines, we're going to use a physics engine for a platformer. It's not the only physics engine, it just happens to be really good when you're doing a platformer. So if I click on that, it will show me, thank you, it will show me the setup for it. So when I create a physics engine platformer, it needs a player sprite, and it needs platforms and a gravity constant, and optionally we can have ladders. So I'm going to do that. Luckily I did this earlier, so I can just grab that from my setup over here, Control C, and still inside my init function, note the indentation. Everything that's on this line of indentation is inside this block. I am going to paste. So just keeping everything nice and tidy with my spacing and everything. There we go. So my physics engine has got the player, is my player sprite, and then I've got my block list, and I've got a gravity constant 0.9, no ladders at the moment. And also what I need to do is in the update, I need to remove the pass, because we actually have a real line of code in the update function. We don't need to just put pass as a placeholder. And it's just going to update the physics engine, so gravity and bouncing off each other and things like that. So Control S, Alt Shift F5, and if we watch very closely, our player should fall down onto the block, and that's exactly what happened. So in the next one, we'll take control of our player, I think, make them jump perhaps, maybe draw a few more blocks as well.